The girl is beautiful, her teeth, the way they are arranged, everything about her smile and just how she looks, that really impressed me.
My name is Brittany Mwende, married to Mark Mbithi, and we've been married for 4 years. We are going to 5 years now. Yeah, and it has been fun being married to Mark Mbithi. I'm a trained teacher by profession, a B.Ed Arts, graduate from Kenyatta University, and I also have a diploma in project management from Kenya Institute of Management. And currently I'm doing business. Yeah, that's what I do.
Hi, my name is Mark Mbithi. I'm a trained IT specialist. I have a BSc in IT, trained at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. That's where I went to my undergrad. And I'm happily married to Brittany Mwende, my dear wife, for the past 4 years and 4 months. This August we'll be celebrating our 5th year of marriage, and I'm happy. Currently working with church, Sunday school teacher, all those sorts of things, and also an engineer by profession.
Yes, I met Mark in 2015. By then I was working at Makueni. I was teaching at Makueni Boys, and I had these friends, 2 friends actually, Mercy and Anne, and Mercy is a cousin to Mark. So we agreed that because I was far, we'll be meeting once in a month in Nairobi to just take coffee or just have fun as girls. And so this particular day I'd come, it was in January 2015, I'd come to town to meet them. And when we met, Mercy tells us that one of her cousins had a birthday the previous week. And this particular day that we're having a meeting is also in town, and she requested whether the cousin can join us to take some coffee with us, and then he will leave after that. So we waited for the cousin, and the cousin joined us, and the cousin was a man. I don't think we sought a clarification of whether the cousin was a guy or a lady. So a man walks in, and then he said he doesn't take coffee, so he took chocolate. We were at Cafe Deli. Cafe Deli is just behind Kencom. Yeah, that's where we were. So Mark came in and he took coffee and chocolate. And as we were just there talking, we were having fun, somehow oblivious whether he was there. We were not so keen whether he was there. So he introduced himself, what he does, and that is the first time I saw Mark.
And after that day is when I started to plan on how I'll make my moves. and so the date happened, we went home. Then later after that I started asking whether they got where they were going safely. They were spending at one of the friends. And so later in the evening when I go back to the house, I called and asked, have they arrived well? And so my cousin began to really wonder, why am I so interested? Why am I interested
Very caring.
Why am I all of a sudden caring? This emotionless guy. So why am I so all of a sudden? Why am I so caring? And so she started to guess that maybe there was someone I saw, and I was starting to get interested and starting to like the person. Yeah, and so that's how we met. And so the journey began from there. I decided that I'll be very calm. I will not dash and rush into things, because I knew if I tried to rush into this thing, this lady would probably not want me. And so I planned my steps and my strategy very well, and that's how it began. I was calm, and I did not even talk to her or make my intentions known to her for around 4 months. So for 4 months I was silent, keeping quiet, hoping that no one will actually propose to this lady. No one will make the intentions before me. It was actually a very confusing moment, because you realize this girl you feel something about her, you don't want to go in too fast. Neither do I want to you know, to be too slow about it. And so I made my first talk. I called her the first time after 4 months, around April. And so I called her and told her, you know, I'm interested in a meeting. Can we meet somewhere, you know, one of those weekends that she's coming, can we plan and do a meeting? So I did not say anything beyond that. I did not say that I'm interested in her or anything. I just said, can we do a meeting on a certain weekend? And because she was working far out the town, the city, and so it was something that I had to plan before. And so a day was found, one weekend she came, and we met, and I made my intentions known to her. And by the way, even the first time I met and saw her, you know, I'd been you know, I was in that state of wanting to get a life partner. And so even after meeting, I sensed that there was something that would happen, you know. And we met now after 4 months, and I made my intentions known to her. I told her that I'm interested in a relationship, and you know, made the things very clear that I'm interested in a relationship that will later end up in marriage. I was not here to play cat and mouse, you know. My years were going, so I didn't have time to start doing many relationships. And so we began. I met her and made my intentions known to her, and we took it up now from there.
For me also, I had purpose. So actually, one of my, or rather some of my, what do I call it? Qualifications or something about the man I would want. One, I would not want these men that will just know you today, take your number, and then when you are going home, they have already texted you, told you they have seen you, they have liked you, they want to marry you, even the number of children you are going to have. I was like, if a guy does that, that one I can't listen to. So it was wise, and I think God helped him that he actually went and kept quiet for those 3 months. So when he kept quiet like that, I knew he was interested in me, and he was going to look for me at some point. So I was not worried. So when he came, because I'd also seen him, and there's this, I don't want to say love at first sight, but there's a prompt that you see someone and you feel like, Haja, I think I've seen the man I would love to marry. You don't know so much about them, but you have actually seen them. And I remember, of course, Mark did not know so many of my friends. So when I met another of my friends, I said, I met a young man, and if this one says he's going to marry me, ndaingia box. So we met, and at that period of time, I was in this stage whereby you are just single. You know, you've taken time off. You don't want relationships or anything. Of course, before then, I think I just had one relationship, and I was like, I'm taking a break. I'm busy in church, going for missions. I was just a busy girl, teaching and doing my stuff. So when Mark came, I was also very clear that I'm not into games. I don't want a man testing life with me, whether it will work or it will not work. If you're not sure about me, you leave me alone. After all, I was okay, and I was doing fine. So when he came, when we met that April, then we set things straight. Yeah, and we agreed we're actually going to relate, leading to marriage. For me, I would say Mark made a lot of effort towards the growth of our relationship. He would travel to Makueni like every weekend, literally every weekend. He would travel to Makueni to see me. And the many times he came, there are even days that I remember there are times he brought flowers from Nairobi. I love flowers in a matatu, not in a personal car. No, he brought flowers from Nairobi to Makueni, to just come and say I love you. So it became his responsibility to ensure this relationship grew, and it really grew. And we had a very short time before we got married, because we married the following year in August. So we just had a short time, but we had memorable moments. I think that time he came on a Sunday. We met at Machakos People's Park, and yeah, it was good. But for the relationship to grow, it is him who put the effort.
I loved this woman so much, and I still love her even today. And by then, when I was dating her. I really loved her beauty. Her beauty was charming. She was really good looking with the specifications. You know, I'm an engineer. With the specs that I had.
Can you say the one for wanting to marry a taller girl? Than
yeah, I wanted to marry a taller girl. That was one of my specs. I don't know why. It's something that we made fun of when we were in primary school. We would marry intelligent women and tall women. And another thing that really impressed me about her is her intelligence. She's very, very intelligent. My wife is very bright. She did well even in high school. She did better than me in high school. And so those are the things that really inspired me. And her commitment to the things that she was doing. By then, you know, taking responsibility of a singing group or worship group in our church. And just being responsible and, you know, learning that about her over the period really solidified what I had felt about her. And her talking, you know, the girl is beautiful, her teeth, the way they are arranged, you know, everything about her smile and just how she looks, that really impressed me. And her heart, you know, her heart is really kind, and she was really keen, even on appreciating, even when I went to all the way, she would prepare something, you know, have lunch. She would really go out of her way, out of her very busy schedule. And that really impressed me about her and made me love her even the more. And that confirmed to me that I had made the right decision, I had made the right choice of someone I'd want to spend the rest of my life with.
For me, I was looking for a man that would really support me in the things I was doing. I'm a church person, not just a church person, but so much into missions and so much commitments in church. And I really pray to God that I would get someone that would not be competing with what I was doing, but would rather be there to support and to compliment me. And while we were courting, I saw so much support from my husband, even in very small things. Like I would say we have this meeting and this meeting and this meeting, and there's no single day would just wake up and tell me, no, you are not going, you know, this and this and this. Actually, we shifted so much of our staff and preparations to align with maybe some of my missions or commitments here and there. And so for me, I was looking for this man that would be comfortable in his own skin, that he has married a limelight woman and they are not worried or afraid of it, and they will not come in and tell me, now you cannot continue doing this, you cannot go here, you cannot do that. And that is basically what I saw in my husband, and I liked it and I loved it. And again, I can't remember praying for a handsome man, but God was merciful. God was so merciful that I got a handsome man. While we were preparing for our wedding and we went shopping, especially in Isli, the Walalos would be asking me, nilitoa wapi mtu wao? Because of the way his hair grows. Anakaa sana mwalalu. So he was handsome and he's still handsome. And the supporting bit for me was like, it carried the day for me. And just someone who is comfortable that this woman that I've married is like this. And I'm not coming to stop her. Maybe if I was Kamala Harris, it would be my it would support.
I would resign.
Yeah, I'm so comfortable that I've someone that I can. And even today that we married, I do so much. For example, it drives me to my missions without complaining. It will change his shift at his workplace. I want to do business, he'll be there to support and to see that it takes off. And so that for me it makes me love him more. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Our wedding, it was amazing. It was a miracle. That's all I can say about the wedding. We didn't have much money. We were not earning a lot of money. I was not working. I was just doing some side jobs here and there, not earning much. In fact, I was earning half her pay, and her pay was not as much. So we had a grand wedding. Many people would think that it was because of the monies that we had. Not really, but people gave us so much support. We got support to a degree that I have never imagined. People gave themselves, people gave their monies, and they ensured that they gave us a wedding that we dream for. Ours was a dream wedding. We did not think with the slightest thought that we would actually do the wedding to the level that we did. And we had so much money. We also were left with money, and before I got a job, that's what we lived on, even after the wedding, for many months, until the end of that year, the year 2016. From August till December, when my wife got something to do and it added to our money, until the year 2017 when I got a job and we had enough money. And so our wedding was big. It was tough. I remember I had so much in my head. Prior to the wedding, I'd lost some weight. You know, the normal wedding preparations. But the wedding was awesome. It was awesome. People came. People rejoiced with us. We had a wonderful honeymoon. Everything well taken care of. And I cannot regret, and I'm so grateful. Even up to today, we oftentimes talk about the wedding and we are humbled, and we say that it was not out of our effort, but it was the friends and the family that were around us. Marriage life is fun. It's interesting. You know, after we married, now we got to know each other better. Our characteristics are different. My wife is very fast. She wants her things done instantly. Me, I'm the engineering kind where you analyze everything. And you know, the too much analysis brings paralysis. So sometimes there's conflict, you know, where I want to analyze everything, but my wife tells me we have to do this, we have to go. You know, our women think with their hearts, we think with our heads.
With our minds.
And we think with our heads, and they think with their hearts. And after marrying, we got to know a lot more about each other, and I got to appreciate the character that my wife is. You know, her ability to be fast has really helped me. If I had gotten someone who is like me, I don't know where I would be today. Her thinking fast, her doing of things quickly has really helped me. And we have grown. We've had some fights, and a lot of the fights have been brought about because of our different outlook on things. She wants to do things fast. Me, I'm feeling sometimes you're taking me too fast. Can you go slower? You know, those irritations that come because of the differences in the way we do things.
I think for us, I would say when we hear people talk about marriage, the issues they face, I don't know, in-laws, I think for us, God is just merciful. We don't have those issues, and we've been able to grow and to do so much, and we are grateful. We are grateful. Marriage has been fun, and I think I'm so happy I got married.
When people are planning, people are thinking of getting into marriage, this is what I would advise them. Advise them to manage their expectations. I think that's one of the biggest things. And have the right kind of expectations. You know, there are things that make marriage. Out of our little experience, they are the things that make marriage. And those who are planning to get into marriage should actually ensure that they take care of these things. One of them is your compatibility. You should make sure that you get married to someone that you're compatible, that you're on the same level, that you'd appreciate them. When there's no money, when the looks have gone, there's still something that can tie both of you together. And if possible, get someone with whom you have the same interests. It might be career-wise, you might be in different careers, but there's something that makes you to be common, you know, to have a common ground. Having a common ground will help you to ensure that you will last long in the relationship. I've seen people who are happy. There are people who do things together. For example, for ours it's church, you know, maybe business. For it could be business, it could be family, it could be fun. It's something that you can do on a day-to-day basis that will ensure that you are together. And for you young people who are intending to get into marriage, just make sure that there is love. You know, for us, we started without money. In fact, I got a job courtesy of my wife. We walked into a place that was an open day with a CV, and I got a job after marriage, after many months after marriage. So just ensure that there is love. You know, love can bring a job later. Love will bring everything that you've ever desired in life. You know, you might start off and you don't have a lot of money. You might start off and things are not so good pocket-wise, but because of love, you'll be able to get all those things. So I encourage anyone, the young people, don't wait to get everything. Just ensure that there's love and kick off, start. Don't wait for tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think the success of a marriage starts on who you marry and the reasons as to why you get married. And right now, I know people are getting married for many reasons. Probably you just loved the job that guy is in, or you already have a baby together and all that. And so you don't take time to really know who is it that I'm marrying. This time could be, like for me, I really prayed about who I would want to get married to. And I remember telling God, if I'm going to marry wrong, do not allow me to marry. You know, like I'd spend a lot of time. So for them that want to get married, spend a lot of time in investing in knowing who you want to marry and why you want to marry. And God will lead you to the right person. And because the moment I think for me, marriage is like a nut and a bolt. Is it so?
Yeah.
Engineer, nut and bolt?
Nut and bolt, yes.
Yes. So if I have the wrong nut,
don't fit.
Both are okay. Both the nut and the bolt are okay, but they are not meant for each other. So if people can just take time, it could be in prayer, or there are people that court for long, but much sana ask God to help you to really get the right person, so that so that when you get to that marriage, you're not the wrong nut and the wrong bolt. You are meant for different people, but you're there trying to make it work. It really becomes strenuous. And then why are you getting married? Yeah, why are you getting married? Because the things that made the excitement will fade off at some point. The beauty you are seeing, especially when women get pregnant, that beauty may just disappear for a period, and that person may never get back to how they were. So what is it that made you settle for this person? Have something greater than just the physical, see beyond it. Much more, as I personally believe there is an assignment for each and every marriage. So may God help you to realize that assignment and give you the right assignment partner. When you have that, then everything else falls into place, and God will ensure that you succeed.
So sweetheart, I love you so much. It's been a pleasure being married to you for the past 4 years and 4 months. And this year we'll be turning 5 years. I've enjoyed every part of it. I've enjoyed our walk and our growth, and the many things we've come to know about each other, and the many things that we are doing together. So I wish you many more years, happy years with me. And I'm so happy to have loved you and to have known you, and also knowing you every day. It's a pleasure living with you. Love you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I love you so much. I'm so grateful that it's you I'm married to.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think for my kind of woman, I just needed a man like you. So I thank God that He made us meet, and we've done life together for the last 4 years, and I really look forward to the next 4 years, and I'm sure we will age together gracefully as we count each other's white hair those years, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad, and I love you so much. I love you so much.
Love you too.
Yes.